Your Highness Sheikh Sabah Ahmed Jaber Sabah, Emir of Kuwait. Your Excellency Abdel Al-Jubeir, Rotating Chair of the League of Arab States and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Saudi Arabia. Your Excellency Ahmed Abu Ghait, Secretary General of the League of Arab States, Heads of Delegation, ladies and gentlemen, friends, good morning to you all. 4 years ago, in this very hall, I invited the Arab world to join the Belt and Road Initiative. Today, we're gathered here once again by our shared vision for strong Sino-Arab cooperation. On behalf of the Chinese government and people, as well as in my own name, I wish to extend a sincere welcome to all distinguished guests and warm congratulations on the opening of the 8th Ministerial Conference of the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum. Sino-Arab friendship is both old and young. Chinese and Arab peoples, though far apart in distance, are as close as a family. Our ancestors, businessmen and diplomatic envoys alike, traveled to and fro along the overland and maritime Silk Roads. In the modern era, we fought side by side for independence and liberation. We also gave each other strong support in development, creating a splendid chapter of win-win cooperation. Past and present experiences have proven that whatever changes may take place in the world and whatever obstacles may confront us, China and Arab states have always been good partners sharing mutual benefit and good brothers going through thick and thin together. To facilitate the common prosperity and progress of interested countries, China has put forward the Belt and Road Initiative. With a commitment to achieving shared benefits through extensive consultation and joint contribution, this initiative focuses on promoting policy, infrastructure, trade, financial, and people-to-people connectivity. It has attracted wide support and active participation from the Arab world and the broader international community. Arab states, as important participants and co-creators of the ancient Silk Road civilization that are located at the juncture of the land and maritime Silk Roads, are natural partners in Belt and Road cooperation. In the Arab policy paper issued by the Chinese government, Belt and Road cooperation features prominently. The Arab League Council, at the level of foreign ministers, has adopted a resolution expressing the collective political will of Arab states to participate in the Belt and Road Initiative. Later, during this ministerial conference, a declaration of action on Sino-Arab Belt and Road cooperation is expected to be signed. Over the past 4 years, China and Arab states have worked together to align the Belt and Road Initiative with regional realities, combine collective action with bilateral cooperation, and promote development while upholding peace. Leveraging our respective strengths and pursuing win-win results, we have delivered benefits to the people both in our region and beyond. As various projects attest, a dynamic situation has been created and many fruits harvested in our Belt and Road cooperation. Over the past 4 years, Belt and Road cooperation has energized every dimension of Sino-Arab relations and propelled Sino-Arab all-round cooperation into a new phase. In this context, I am pleased to announce that after friendly consultation between the two sides, we have agreed to establish a Sino-Arab future-oriented strategic partnership of comprehensive cooperation and common development. This marks a new historical starting point of Sino-Arab friendship and cooperation.
中方愿同阿方加强战略和行动对接，
As we advance
携手推进
Belt and Road Initiative, China stands ready to work with the Arab side to coordinate our development strategies and actions. We must strive to uphold peace and stability in the Middle East, safeguard fairness and justice, promote common development, and learn from each other as friends do. This joint commitment will help us build a community with a shared future for China and Arab states and for all mankind. First, China and Arab states need to strengthen strategic trust. A Chinese adage has it that a just world should be pursued for the common good. The Middle East faces the urgent task of removing the barriers to peace and breaking the development conundrum. People in the region yearn for peace and development. Having formulated its Middle East policy in line with such yearnings, China is an advocate of the legitimate concerns of Arab states in the international arena and stands ready to play a bigger role for peace and stability in the region. We must stay committed to dialogue and consultation. The many intractable issues in the Middle East must be addressed by all stakeholders together. They should not and cannot be decided by one party alone. We need to uphold the principle of sovereignty and oppose division and fragmentation. We need to champion inclusive reconciliation and stand against forced compromises. We need to fight terrorism and take well-coordinated actions to improve people's lives. China is ready for more dialogue and consultation with Arab states on a wide range of topics, such as development for peace, collective security, humanitarian assistance, shipping corridors, and nuclear weapon-free zone. I hereby announce that China is setting up a special program for economic reconstruction through industrial revitalization. Under this program, a credit line of $20 billion will be extended in accordance with commercial principles to projects that will produce good employment opportunities and positive social impact in Arab states that have reconstruction needs. China will provide to the peoples of Syria, Yemen, Jordan, and Lebanon an additional 600 million yuan of assistance to meet their humanitarian and reconstruction needs. And discuss with regional countries the
能力的建设。
Implementation of programs totaling 1 billion yuan to help interested countries build capacity for maintaining stability.
实现复兴梦想。
Second, China and Arab states need to help each other realize dreams of rejuvenation. The Arab world is strategically located
能源禀赋突出，
and blessed with abundant energy resources.
中阿双方优势互补，
With our strong
交汇，
complementarity and converging
我们要把
interests,
彼此发
China
展战
and
略
region and
对
Arab
接起
states
来，
must synergize our development strategies
让两
in
大民
pursuit
族
of
复兴之
our
梦
respective dreams
紧密相连。
of rejuvenation.
要牢牢抓住互联
In
互
this
通这
effort,
个龙头。
we must stay focused on connectivity.
中方愿参与阿拉伯国家有关港
China
口
welcomes opportunities to
和未来
participate
阿拉
in
伯
the
铁路
development
网
of
建
ports
设，
and the construction of
支
railway
持阿方构
networks in
建
Arab
连
states,
接中亚和东非，
and
沟通印度洋和
support
地中海的
Arab efforts
黄金
in
枢纽
building
物流网。
a logistics network connecting Central Asia with
我
East
们要携手打
Africa
造
and the
蓝
Indian
色经
Ocean
济
with
通
the
道，
Mediterranean. We need
共建
to work
海洋
together
合作中心，
to build a maritime cooperation
促进
center
海
to
洋
boost
产
the
业发展，
ocean industry,
提升海洋公共服
enhance
务能力，
our ability to provide ocean-related public
要共
services,
建“一带一路”空间信
and
息走廊，
create a blue economic corridor.
发展
The two sides may
航天
jointly
合作，
build a belt and road space information corridor,
推动
strengthen
中国北斗
aerospace
导航系
cooperation,
统
and enable Arab states
气象
to
仪遥
access
感卫星
China's
技术服务
Beidou
阿拉
navigation
伯国
system
家建
and
设，
meteorological satellite remote sensing technology for the good of their national development.
要积极推动油气合作，
Our energy cooperation needs to be
低碳能源
driven
合作，
by
双轮转
both oil and gas and low
我
carbon
们要继
energy.
续推进
The
油
two
气加
sides
合作
will
模式，
continue our oil and gas
深
plus
化石油
model
天然
to
气勘
intensify
探
our energy
开采
cooperation across
变
the
化储运
entire
的
industrial chain
全产业
comprising
链合作，
oil and gas exploration,
要
extraction,
顺应全
refinery,
球能源
storage,
革命
and transportation.
绿色低碳
In
产
the
业
meantime,
蓬勃发展，
conscious of the surging
加强
global
和
energy
平利用
revolution and the
核能
boom of green and low
太阳能
carbon industries, we need to
风能
work more closely
水电
together
等
on the
领域的
peaceful uses of nuclear energy as well as
共同
solar,
构建
wind,
油
and
气牵引
hydropower.
核能跟进，
Efforts along
清
these
洁能源
lines
提速的中阿能源
will
合作格
create
局，
a structure of energy cooperation
打造互惠
led
互
by
利
oil
长
and
期友
gas,
好的
supported
中
by
阿能
nuclear
源
energy and
战略
strengthened
合作
by clean
关
energy.
系。
On this basis, we can build a strategic relationship in energy cooperation that delivers mutual benefit and fosters
要努
long-term
力实
friendship.
现金融合作，
Financial cooperation must go in
高新技术合作，
tandem with
两翼齐飞。
collaboration on new and high technology.
我们要研究如何发挥好
We may examine
高新
ways
技术
to
的
make
驱动
new
作用
and high technology
和金
the
融合
primary
作的
driver
服务
and
支撑作
financial services the anchor of
为
our
共建“一带一
cooperation.
路”做好短
It
期
is
配合
important to provide short and long-term support for our Belt and Road cooperation. To this end, we must explore a model of financial and technological cooperation that suits the needs and conditions of the Middle East.
中方支持建立
China
产
supports
能合作
establishing
金融平台
a，financial platform for manufacturing
围绕
cooperation
工业园建设拓宽多元
to
化，
diversify sources of funding for the construction of industrial
推进
parks
园区
and
服务，
to see that financial
企业增长
support goes together
金融
with the
支持
provision
三
of
位一
services
体发
and
展。
growth of enterprises in these parks.
中方支持中国有关金融
The
证
Chinese
券
government
机构
supports Chinese financial and
同阿拉伯
securities
国家主
institutions
权财富基
in
金和管
partnering
理机构合
with
作，
Arab state sovereign wealth funds and
建立立足海
regulatory
湾，
bodies
辐射中东北非，
to
吸收全球投资者
build
的国际交易
an
平台，
international trading platform that is based in the Gulf
争
region,
取实
serves the
现
Middle
要素
East
自由
and
流
North
动，
Africa
资源
and
高效
attracts
配置，
investors from
市场深度
around the
融合
globe. By
服务
facilitating the
一带一
free
路
flow
建
of
设
production factors efficient allocation of resources and deep integration of markets. This platform can be an enabler of Belt and Road cooperation. To stimulate more exchanges and cooperation between financial institutions, China will set up a China-Arab States Bank Consortium and equip it with a credit line of $3 billion for financial cooperation between our two sides. In light of the medium to long-term development plans followed by Arab countries, China will pursue closer cooperation with Arab countries in digital economy, artificial intelligence, new materials, biopharma, and smart cities. We need to act on our science and technology partnership program and build joint laboratories in key areas of mutual interest. We also need to accelerate our work on a cyber Silk Road and strive for more cooperation, consensus, and outcomes in internet, infrastructure, big data, cloud computing, and e-commerce.
Third, China and Arab states need to achieve win-win outcomes. China is committed to deepening reforms in all respects, to continuing its fundamental policy of opening up, and to pursuing development with its door wide open. It is expected that China will import over $8 trillion worth of goods and make over $750 billion of outbound investment in the next 5 years. This will bring more opportunities and real benefits to Arab countries. We need to fully leverage the special and concessional loans in support of industrialization in the Middle East and encourage more Chinese business involvement in the development and operation of industrial parks in Arab countries to boost industrial clusters there. China looks forward to the participation of Arab countries in the first China International Import Expo to be held in Shanghai this November. And in the course of the next 5 years, China will invite all Arab countries to exhibitions and trade and investment fairs held in China. China will work for solid progress in its FTA negotiations with the Gulf Cooperation Council and with Palestine. China also stands ready to explore with more Arab countries the possibility of concluding full-fledged FTAs. Fourth, China and Arab states need to promote inclusiveness and mutual learning. Civilizations stay vibrant through constant interactions with each other. The Chinese and the Arab civilizations, sharing a long history of mutually reinforcing exchanges, have all the more reason to draw wisdom and strength from each other in this day and age. I am glad to note that the China Arab Research Center on Reform and Development that I proposed is operating well as an intellectual platform for experience sharing on reform, opening up, and governance. I wish the center still greater success in providing more intellectual support to both sides. We must spread the message of peace, harmony, and truth. One way to do that is to make a continuing success of the China-Arab inter-civilization dialogue and roundtable on eradicating extremism. Efforts should be made to clear up misunderstanding through dialogue, solve disagreement through tolerance, and foster a wholesome environment in which genuine faith and good deeds prevail. We need to delve deeper into different religions for inspiration of greater harmony and positivity, and interpret religious teachings in light of the progressing times. It is important that we work together to cultivate a healthy cyber culture, to oppose the spread of extremist contents and hate speech through the Internet. To enhance mutual understanding between the Chinese and Arab people, China will do the following for Arab countries in the coming 3 years. We will invite 100 young leaders in innovation, 200 young scientists, and 300 science professionals to workshops in China. We'll invite 100 religious leaders and 600 party leaders to China. We will provide 10,000 training opportunities of various kinds and send 500 medical staff to Arab countries. In this connection, I am glad to announce the official launch of a China-Arab Press Center, a China-Arab e-library portal, and the 4th Arab Art Festival co-hosted by the two sides in China. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, as two important players in the international political arena, China and Arab states must advance our cooperation in step with the progress of the world and that of human history. Peace, reform, and development are the shared pursuit of countries in the Middle East, and a stable, peaceful, and happy life is what your people yearn for. It is imperative for all parties to grasp the trend of history, respond to the cause of the people, and make concerted efforts to find a new path toward full rejuvenation of the Middle East. The diversity of the Middle East should be held as a source of strength for the region. It is important to respect the different national realities of regional countries and their independent choices, and to uphold the principles of treating each other as equals and seeking common ground while setting aside differences. Non-regional countries, for their part, must do more to facilitate dialogue for peace and contribute to the peace and development of the region. We must reject the idea of absolute security at the cost of others, and reject the zero-sum or supremacist mentality. We must together pursue common, comprehensive, cooperative, and sustainable security. Development holds the key to many governance-related issues in the Middle East. Development potentials can be unlocked through reform, and more progress can be achieved through opening up. As long as cooperation stays a priority for all regional countries, you can pool development efforts for greater win-win results. This is a sure way to tap into your complementarity and deliver prosperity to all. The Arab people are a nation-to nation, defined by great resilience and wisdom. Being intrepid in face of challenges and always keen to stay ahead of the curve, you have created a splendid civilization. When Arab countries get united, no difficulty or risk can ever hold you back. The Palestine issue is one of fundamental importance for peace in the Middle East. The Chinese people, out of justice and empathy, are calling on all relevant parties to abide by international consensus and handle issues related to Palestine in an impartial way, rather than sow the seeds of conflict in the region. China supports efforts to convene a new international conference on Palestine and to explore new peace mechanisms for the Middle East. It is imperative to build on the two-state solution and the Arab Peace Initiative to bring the Palestine-Israel peace talks out of the impasse as soon as possible. We must give more concrete support to the people of Palestine, and in this context, I would like to announce a grant of 100 million yuan to Palestine in support of its efforts to grow its economy and improve the people's lives. In addition, China will provide emergency humanitarian assistance to Palestine and make further contributions to the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, as an important platform for equal-footed dialogue and results-oriented cooperation, this forum has a great role to play in bringing China and Arab states even closer. To do justice to an ever-growing China-Arab relationship in a new era, we must break new ground in the institution building of the forum. To be specific, we must improve allocation of resources by making the most of existing mechanisms while exploring new ones. We can enhance the role of cooperation mechanisms on energy, media, the Beidou navigation satellite system, and the business forum. At the same time, we can explore new cooperation mechanisms on women, youth, and tourism. We must see to it that the forum works in a way that responds to the actual needs of our two sides and facilitates closer communication. Only with a better meeting of minds can we make a greater difference through our collective actions. As an Arab proverb goes, actions are fruits, while words are but leaves. The Chinese have an ancient saying to the same effect, that with perseverance one can carve on stone and metal. Let us act in the Silk Road spirit, remain steadfast in our determination, and work tirelessly toward our goals of rejuvenating our two great nations and building a China-Arab community with converging interests and a shared future. In conclusion, I wish the conference a full success. Shukran. Thank you.